Welcome to the Recon Trader. In today's video, I will share with you the results of the free Binance Futures Grid bot that I deployed just about 10 days ago, and I configured it to be strictly a long-only grid bot. And if you missed that video, well, first of all, you might want to shoot that subscribe button so you don't miss future videos, but I will leave a link to that video in the description down below. In order to deploy the bot with long-only buy orders and none of the short sell orders, which if the price were to move up, the sell orders would become short positions, I configured the bot with the upper limit price just below the current price, which is represented by the yellow line that you see here on the chart. And immediately after deploying the bot, if you watch the video, I actually get in a position before I wrap up the video of my first long position as the price dipped. Now, shortly thereafter, the price moved up and then rolled over, and I started picking up long positions and started making profit as it started to chop through this area, and then eventually sold off, more chop, and then we had the big sell-off. And during this big sell-off, my entry level for my longs actually ended up being around this level here at the beginning of the sell-off, and I was actually able to avoid getting liquidated on this 7,000 USDT drop because, one, I only used 9x leverage. And it's also important to remember, as you're buying this dip, your cost is also going down each time you enter a new position. So your P&L is not negative from the top of the sell-off. Rather, it will be somewhere in the average of the sell-off. And as it started to turn back up, I started selling for a profit this whole way up. And at this point, I have about 3 positions left to sell based on the red sell grids, which aren't short. They'll just be sell for profit that you see here on the chart. So if we jump back to the main dashboard, you'll see that I was trading BTC USDT perpetual contracts. My margin was isolated and I was using 9x leverage. And if I scroll down, you will see my current open position is in green, meaning long, and I essentially have 3 positions here. Each time it buys on one of the grids, it buys 001 BTC. And so I have essentially 3 positions left to sell. And once it hits the sell limit orders on the way up, I would exit out of this position. Now, in reality, I'm going to close the bot today. It really was just an experiment to see if you could deploy a long-only bot on the Binance Futures Grid bot, and clearly you can. But before I close the bot, let's take a look at my actual profit that this bot achieved during the 10-day period. And so I would click over here on grid trading. You see in yellow letters, that will pull up the grid setup page. And if I click on active grid, I find my current bot that's active and live, and total profits just shy of $50 or 13% over almost an 11-day period, 10 days, 19 hours. Not a huge return considering the risk. I can actually achieve this type of return when I use a standard grid bot platform like Bitscap. So not certain this is actually worth the risk. And you might wonder, why bother with a long or short only bot when trading on a futures platform? And really it is to take advantage of the leverage that's available. And so we do get a retracement with a recovery. And it's interesting to see that that recovery has now found resistance right at my 58.5 level that I started this bot at. And so my price range was, the lower limit was 35,000 with the upper limit of 58.5, which it just ran into some resistance at. And you can see I triggered the bot to start at 58.5, which was just below the current price when I deployed the bot, so the first move down was a buy, and it's been a long position bought from there on out. And overall, in almost 11 days, 13% profit isn't a terrible return. But with that being said, I can get those type of returns on a standard bot that doesn't require leverage. I shoot for generally about a 1% per day return, and this bot isn't doing anything spectacular versus my spot trading bots. So let's go ahead and terminate this bot, and all I need to do is click on terminate, and it just gives me a message to confirm grid termination. When the grid strategy is stopped, canceling unfilled orders or closing all positions of the grid is dependent on enabling either cancel all orders or stop or close all positions on stop. So I click confirm, and the bot's closed. And if we jump back over to the dashboard, and now you can see all my limit orders have been closed out. I'm still in the position because I did not have it set up to close out the position. So at this point, I still need to go ahead and close all positions. So I just click on close all positions, confirm. It will sell for a small profit, market order filled. And that pretty much wraps it up. In the long run, I just wanted to show you how you could actually deploy a free Binance grid bot with long only, and the same concept would apply if you wanted to do short only limit order positions. And in the long run, the bot was successful, and I will more than likely redeploy a new bot in the near future. So now would be a good time to shoot that subscribe button. Also, if you like this video, do me a favor, spike a like. If you have any questions or comments, drop those down in the comment section down below. And remember, never send your money into battle without first doing your recon. See you in the next video.